What's up, my little chickadees? Here we go. In this video, you will be making the most basic WordPress theme. This will allow you to take any HTML and CSS, just basic HTML and CSS templates, and WordPressify it by putting it on WordPress. So that's the goal, is just to make the most basic theme we can. And really it only takes about 3 steps, and I'm going to show you what those are in this video. So the first thing you need, which you should have already, is the template file, the files here, of the HTML and CSS that you want to use. So I gave that to you. Of course, you could use any HTML and CSS in the future, but for this course, follow along using this here. And what do you got? Well, what I made is this basic site, this index file here, which is this cats that code folder. Cool. We can tell it's local, meaning on my machine, because it says file here, right? It's not on the web. It's not www like this, right? What it is just local here, and I got it running here, and I want to take it from the local and then upload it and put it on my site here. So you need to have your local files ready to go, and you have that. You also need, before you start, to have WordPress installed, and we have that. We did that already, right? So we have this up here at www, and that's where it's going. So if you're all prepared to go, here are the 3 steps you need to always do to start to make the basic WordPress theme. Okay, so what that is the first 2 things that you need are, we're going to need to make an index.php file instead of index.html, and we're going to need to add a style.css file here in the root. Let me show you where I'm referencing. I'll put the link down below. You don't need to go here, but at the very minimum, a WordPress theme consists of 2 files, is what it's telling us: style.css and index.php. So that's what I'm going to walk you through, because you could read through this, but it would take forever. So let me show you the most basic thing, the big takeaway. So what that looks like is, at first we'll make our style.css file. To do that, I'm going to drag or open this up in Sublime, however you like. And you can see I have my files here. And I'm just going to create a new file in that directory. So I'm going to have a new file. Let me try that again. Make sure it's, yep, right in here. New file. And I just want to save this as, what was it? Style. Let me go there again. Style.css, right? And that's all you need. So here we go. Style.css. And we want to make sure that goes in the root. It's important that it's in this right here with the index all in the same. Now, in this file, you need to add a little bit of text as a comment up at the top. And it may seem silly, but I don't know, that's how it works. You put this up here, and this is where you name your theme. So you say template name, and I'm going to name my theme WordPress, because that's what mine's called. I don't need that semicolon. We can put a description. And this is just like a simple blog I'm making, blog. Cool. You could do things like version. You don't need to do it, but I'll do it. If you had versions that you rolled out later, whatever, we'll keep it simple for now. Author, and that would be me. Duh. Like that. And I think we'll keep it at that for now. You could add more, but you'll see where this goes. Really, these 2 are the most important things, and you'll see where that comes into play. But to recap, what I just did is we just added a style.css folder file. We made a new one, and then you put this comment up here at the top. Pause, take a minute to do that, and then come along. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing you need to do is you need to just rename your index. If it's index.html, all you need to do is actually just rename it to PHP, like that. Boom. Are you sure you want to change from HTML to PHP? Sure am. Chris said so. Okay, so we have those 2 changes. That's pretty good, just like that. Now, caveat, of course, I can't go to this HTML file anymore because I changed the name, so I'm going to close that out, because it's not going to work. Also, I can't run a PHP file local anymore, so when I refresh, it's going to error. That's totally normal. I can't open this here. It's just going to give me the code because the browser doesn't know how to read a PHP file. The PHP file can only be read by a server. These are the rules. Why? That's the rules. Just accept it. Okay, so those are the rules of the internet. All right, so we did those 2 things, and now we're going to upload those to the internet, to our folder there. So we did those, and now we're going to upload it to the internet. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to want to use our CyberDuck. I have mine here ready. And basically, the game is to take the local, upload it to your site, and then we should see it here on WordPress. So let's go ahead and do that. Take a second to open up your CyberDuck. Remember, on HostGator, I have everything in my public_HTML. And remember, we always go into the WP content folder. That's the only one we ever want to go into. I actually think it's useful to click into it so that you only see what I did there, so that you only see it. Because if you keep having you can make more mistakes by putting things in the wrong place. Now I'm kind of only in it. I double clicked into it, and I'll double click into themes. And I really just want to upload my Cats Who Code theme here and give it a second to do that. Okay, there we go. So I have it there with my changes, and now I'm going to refresh. Didn't work, right? Did you think it was going to work? Well, I told you it was going to work. Why didn't it work? Because what we need to do is go in the back end and activate it, okay? So come to your back end. Remember, you want to go to your domain, wp/admin, log in, and then when you're here, go to Appearance, Themes, just like this. And if all is well in the universe, boom, you will see your theme there. Pretty cool, right? So what you can do is you just come here and activate this theme, your new theme, if it showed up correctly. And now it tells us it's active. And now when you go back to the home page, it's almost working. But we see it up there. This is really the first step. We're going to fix, can you guess what's wrong here? The CSS just isn't pulling in, and that's just a basic HTML thing that I can walk you through. But the key takeaway is that we made the most basic theme here, and we even have it activating here, which is pretty amazing. Oh, and remember that time about 3 minutes ago when we were writing comments and we were writing theme name and this and description? Well, all of that is, if you click on the theme details here, you can see in WordPress that appears right here. So by Chris Castiglione, a simple blog, version 1.0. And really that's just why we do this, so that it registers a name and who it's from. And you know what? On that same link, you could go to town, man. Your description, you could have a license and tags, and you could have all this kind of metadata about your theme, and that's where it's going to appear. So that's what goes on in here. Feel free to continue with that. So that's it. That's all you need to do for this video. Is just get your theme active, and then in the later videos after this, we'll style it, we'll fix it up, and we'll really give it some style. But we have it active, and that's great. Another thing that you may have noticed is there's a screenshot PNG file here. You don't need this, but I gave it to you. And what this does is whatever you choose and call exactly screenshot lowercase .png like that, whatever you do and call that, that is what will show up here as this image. You might just want to have a blank one that you use, and that's fine. I can put a link down below for that. This can be whatever you want, but I just took a screenshot of this. So for your new project, you just need to make a screenshot. And it always just needs to be 300 by 225 for it to fit and look good here. So that's what we did in this video. All we did was we added the index PHP in our root, and we added the style.css file here. And if it looks like this and you uploaded it and you see it active, you're in great shape. So do that right now. Take a break if you need it, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, awesome job.